everyone, we're here in West Hollywood today. We're going to be talking about what happens when you finally get your rifle in the mail or your instructor gives you your rifle for the first time. I was inspired by my 6th graders to do a video about opening your rifle for the first time. So what we're going to do is learn the different terms of every part of the rifle. We've got the butt of the rifle, the neck of the rifle, the bolt, the hinge, and the tip, and finally the strap. Okay, once we know the different parts of the rifle, then we're going to go ahead and start with the very first thing that you're going to learn how to do, and that's what we call a drop spin on rifle. Remember, when we had a flag in our hands, we're dropping our hand from one hand to the other, so that's what a drop spin looks like on flag. But on rifle, you actually have to use the momentum of the rifle to get it around, and we're going to call that a basic spin. So let's start off with how we're going to be holding the rifle and how strong we can look. Remember, this piece of equipment has a little bit of aggressive feel to it. So this is a piece of equipment you're going to use for parades, for fast moving music, exciting music, drum solos, percussion, that kind of thing. So we're going to make sure that we're standing squared off completely. So we have our right hand underneath the neck, underneath the strap, and we're going to be pressing our thumb against the back of the rifle there. On this side, same thing, we're going to be pressing our thumb against the back of the rifle, and we're going to be parallel to the ground. Make sure that when you're looking at something in front of you, that you're actually communicating to that either camera in this case or an audience. So you want to stay focused and let the audience come into you, you come into them. So we're going to be looking strong and holding the rifle really tight, not weak. Okay, once you have your stance and you're looking great, try this first. Put your hand at your mouth, put your chin over your hand, and then drop your hand. Then you're going to feel what I want you to feel like. That's really strong. It's called a drop spin because you're basically dropping the rifle down and back into your hand again. And that will be what you do for a long time, a lot of rehearsal hours, until you're able to do 2 in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. So we've got step 1. You're going to push the left hand down, and you're going to immediately put your left hand down to the side. Notice that the center of my hand, my middle finger, is pressed against the side of my pants, so like right at the seams. So I'm going to go from here down. So that's going to be your step 1. Step 1. And we're going to repeat that a lot. Just keep doing that over and over again. Step 1. So once you get that down, that should be pretty quick and pretty easy. So we're going to go through step 1. Then through 2, and I want you to be almost to where your wrist is uncomfortable, okay? So we're gonna go from here, step 1, step 2. And then step 3 is gonna take us 1, 2, you're gonna let that keep going, and you're gonna turn your hand. Now let's talk about the left side. So some people think that you stand here with the right side, and then when you do the left side, you just turn the rifle around and you do the same thing. Not the case on rifle. Okay, we're gonna go from here. We're gonna leave the rifle exactly where it is. Now we're gonna put the left hand underneath and the right hand on top. So now look at, I'm still pressing my thumbs against the back of the rifle, and you have your stance again. So same thing we did with the right hand, we're gonna do with the left hand. We're going to push down. As soon as you push, you're going to bring your right hand straight down to the side. Remember, we were doing the middle finger hands, we're gonna call this a blade, so that blade's down here. So you're gonna go from here, step 1, step 1. And of course, we're gonna do that hundreds of times. Just get your vibe going. Remember to also breathe, because every time that you try something new, we forget to breathe, so you're holding your breath. And what happens when you hold your breath? You kind of look like this. Your shoulders go up, you're not as relaxed, you're not going to let your audience see how easy you can make something look. Okay, so we're gonna look, push down. That's step 1, just like we did with the right side. Now we're gonna take this all the way around to 2. Remember that uncomfortable position? That's gonna be count 2 or step 2. All right, so now we've got 1, and we got 1 through 2, and right at 3, that's when you're going to switch your hand. And at the end, the rifle is perpendicular to the front. So you're gonna go again, have a good stance. Step 1, step 2, step 3. My biggest thing when I'm teaching is I go to the side of the room, or I have my students face the side. It's almost like you have an imaginary wall in front of you. So I'm going to show you how to stop the rifle from a spin. Okay, we're going to be going through all the steps. So what we're going to do is almost go through step 2 again, but this time we're going to catch with your left hand. Okay, and the momentum of the rifle is going to bring the rifle up here, and that's when you're going to add your right hand. Okay, so check this out. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. You have to make everything happen at the same time. The difference between the left side to the right side is you switch your hands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This time you're using your right hand to do the stop motion, your left hand to set the angle. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop. So there you have it. You just finished your first episode of Fundamentals on Rifle. Visit ThinkOne.co to learn more about the Academy, check out our products, and take this journey with us in Color Guide.